So today, by the sweet will of our Gurudev, we will start with verse number 1 from Srila Raghunatha Goswami's Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali. And as Gurudev wished, we will read it slow and try to go deep. So please, everyone who feel inspired to share on some topics, who have some question or whatever, please, whenever you have this feeling, interrupt, share your feelings, or ask your questions. You will never be a disturbance. You will enrich this sharing. So please do so. You are all invited. Thank you for being here. Gurudev's deep desire is to really share this Vilapa Kusumanjali in a very wonderful way, so that we can all go more deep, dive more deep in this topic. So verse number 1. Tvang rupa manjari sakhi bratita puresmin pungsa parasya vadanam nahi pasyasiti bimbadhare kshatam anagata bardrikaya yate vyadyahikim utachuka bhungavena. My dear friend Rupa Manjari. So, even that 5 words are already so deep. Maybe someone wants to share on these words. My dear friend Rupa Manjari. What is the meaning of this address? What does it say? My dear friend, Rupa Manjari. So my dear friend means someone who is very near to me, very dear, a loving friend. And Rupa Manjari is not talking about this sadhakavesh. It's an address of a manjari. Who can address a manjari on that platform? Only a person who is in the same citadel, similar. Otherwise it's not possible. Only someone who is in his Siddha Deha can address another person in Siddha Deha. So my dear friend, Rupa Manjari, already this sentence is so deep. And we know that Rupa is the guru of Raghunatha. But he is not saying my guru, he is saying my dear friend. And as we will hear, in a very intimate way, he is addressing Rupa Manjari. In a joking, intimate way. Completely on transcendental platform. Not even a whiff of bodily consciousness in this address. So we all learned this from our Gurudev and of course Srila Anandadas Babaji, who is explaining everything so wonderful. So please, if you are inspired to share on this first sentence, maybe Gurudev wants to give us a more deep understanding of this address. my dear friend Rupa Manjari. So we can see that this is actually also our connection with our Guru Manjari. We may be aware or we may be not aware yet, but this is actually the goal, to have a very intimate friendship on the platform, on the spiritual platform, with our Guru Manjari. And this is actually just one little aspect of the sweetness of this path. All in all, this path is like all sweet substances mixed together. Whatever sweetness you could find, this path is made of. Wonderfully scented with the sweetness of our Swamini and the exchange with her beloved. And it's a circle of sweetness, a circle of sweet exchange. So in the township of Braj, you are well known for your chastity. You don't even look at the faces of other men. So she's a young girl. She is married. Her husband is not here. She is well known that she is a very chaste wife. She doesn't even look in the face of other men. No interest. She is well known for her chastity. Everybody knows her. It is therefore surprising that your lips, that are as beautiful as red bimba fruits, have been bitten. Although your husband is not at home. Has this maybe been done by the best of parrots? So a lot of things could have been said to these sentences, but of course, first we want to hear our Anandadas Babaji, and maybe we are lucky that Gurudev or some other great souls will share something with us. So, explanations by Srila Anandadas Babaji. According to Vaishnava researchers, this Vilapa Kusumanjali is the final writing of Srila Raghunatha Goswami. This beautiful prayer can give us some insight into his intense feelings of transcendental love in separation. from whom he is separated, of course, from Swamini, from his Swamini, mistress or queen. Before he entered into Shri Radha Krishna's eternal transcendental pastimes in his Siddha Swarup or Manjari Swarup, living on the bank of Sri Radhakund, he was totally immersed in the ocean of Lila Rasa, and he had forgotten all about his body. He had forgotten all about his body and everything connected with it. Being deeply absorbed in his Swarup Avesh, his awareness of his transcendental identity. Vilapa Kusumanjali enables us to hear him painfully weeping as a realized maidservant of Srimati Radharani, who is suffering separation from her Swamini or mistress, day and night. Each verse of this unique book is drenched by the tears coming out of the heart of Srila Raghunatha Goswami that is afflicted by feelings of separation. Each flower-like lamentation is filled with the honey of transcendental anguish. So yesterday we also were talking about this point, how it is possible for us, how it is possible for a fallen soul like me to get some kind of strong wish to go this way, how it is possible. How it is possible to be eager. And Tarun Baba, I remember, he said, only by Kripa, only by the mercy, we can get this feeling. Because someone who has this feeling is sharing it with us. Then we can start to feel it, although in the beginning it is not our feeling. It is not coming from our experience. It is a feeling which is actually given by someone who has this deep feeling. By the mercy of that person. Like you have something very wonderful hidden somewhere in a safe at home, and you like a person because this person is very humble and is interested in what you have hidden. So then you may show it to this person. You may open the safe and say, come here, but shh, I will show you something now. Look at this and feel. You feel it? You can feel it? How rare it is. How wonderful it is. Can you feel the wordness of this? And then you may become also attached to that thing. Because this person you can feel is very, very attached. So in this way, we actually get the attachment by a person who is already attached. And by the mercy of that person, this attachment will slowly grow in our heart if we associate moreover with this person. If we stay in contact, if we stay in this exchange on this platform. So by the mercy of Srila Raghunatha Goswami, he actually left his deepest feelings, not only in his sadhaka avesh, but also in his sita avesh. He left these impressions for us so that we may get some attachment. So what a priceless gift. By the will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he actually is serving souls like me, fallen, rotten here, completely lost. But anyway, you're not qualified. You have no good qualities like me. Okay, no problem. You're still the child of Radha. And I know that Radharani wants you to come home. So I will share with you. So Srila Raghunatha Goswami, maybe in this way, it's just some speculation of my mind now. But actually, in a similar mood, he is actually giving us the most precious gem, giving us the possibility to follow his feelings. And Srila Anandadas Babaji, in this line, is actually going further and explaining to us little children, like me, do not understand anything, have no idea what is actually all about this. So mercifully, he is explaining us. Come here, my little child, I will explain you. No problem, you don't understand, no problem, you're a child, you have to learn, no problem, you don't have to be ashamed. And mercifully, in this line, moreover, Gurudev is explaining us what Anandadas Babaji is explaining. And in this way, it is cooked down and it is made in little pieces so that every little mouth and every little ear, even the most little mouth can take one piece of that, and the ear can take one piece of that. Even if it's just one drop or a fragment of a drop. But this fragment of a drop of that wonderful prasad will change our heart. And we all know the heart is actually giving the direction of the mind. So when the heart is changed and gets attached to such topics, the mind will follow. And in this way, we can understand, like it is written here, that Srila Raghunatha was completely detached from all bodily topics. He didn't even eat. And so on. But we will hear that. Anandadas Babaji is describing that wonderfully. So we can understand that this is actually the opening of the mercy and the explanation of the mercy Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us. It is like you have a big package. You had birthday and you have a big package, with some nice, how you say, Schleifen, I don't know. Everything nicely packed. Yeah, it's like birthday gift. But you don't know how to depack it, You are a little child. You don't know how to come to that thing which is inside. It's there already. It's for you. Your name is written on it. It is for you personally. But you are unable to open it. So you need some help. So our Gurudev, Srila Anandadas Babaji, they help us to open that and look inside. And like little children sometimes, even if they open up, they cannot understand. What is it? Mama, what is it? I never saw it before. What is the present? And then Mama has to explain. Like this we can understand. This book is the greatest gift to us. Inside. So, we are very lucky that we have help. And I think it's very important for us, for every one of us, that we first of all understand that this gift is always with us. It is not depending on if we are intelligent. It is not depending on anything we are or we could need. No, it's not dependent on anything. It is a gift which is given to us and is always with us. The love of Swamini is in every moment with us. If we feel or not? We also had this question yesterday, if the mercy is greater or bigger if we are aware about it. But no, it is always there, if you are aware or not. The gift is with you. Like the birthday present. It is there. If you can open it, understand it or not, it's there. So it's nice to ask someone who can open it and someone who can show us and explain us and make us feel what is inside. So very lucky we are that we met Gurudev. We have this connection to Anandadas Babaji, who out of his mercy actually translated it into English and other languages. Actually, Tarun Baba knows much more about this. But we are very lucky that we got this mercy and we can build on the base of this mercy our understanding of this big present we got. So maybe someone of you wants to give more deep understanding. Please, whenever you feel, you can share or ask something. Srila Raghunatha Goswami personally revealed his mental condition in the opening verses of his Sri Radha Astotara Satta Nama Stotram. Actually, this is also a very interesting point here. Srila Raghunatha Goswami personally revealed his mental condition. He himself, usually others are doing this. Out of humbleness, usually a person who is on that platform would not reveal it himself because this could be misunderstood. Is he proud about this or like that? This is also a very special point. He himself actually is explaining. I mean, who could understood him? Who was there who could explain? But he's describing it in the way of the third person. He's writing, not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan, a certain maidservant, who considers her lotus feet the only goal of her life, became very anxious, fell down at the shore of her lake, Radhakund, cried loudly out of pain, and just to see her beautiful face, sang these names. So by his endless mercy, he is describing his own situation and his own mood. He is crying at the shore of the Radhakund, out of pain. He is missing Radharani. On the highest possible platform here in this existence. So if we connect, then we can get a fragment of a drop of this feeling in our heart. And even that little fragment of a drop will actually give life to our soul and to our soul form, to our Siddhadeha. And then this will grow. And this is the way how we can follow. It begins by drinking with the ear, Gurudev always say. And we know it's called Shravanam. It's the beginning. First you hear about something. And if you hear, you will get more thirsty to hear, then you will start to drink with the ear. You will drink more because the thirst in the heart has awakened and it's burning inside. I need more, I need more, I need more. And more I drink, I will get more aware that I didn't drink so long time. I need much more. I'm so dehydrated. Bhaktied. Bhakti has gone. I'm dry out. So I need more to drink. And this is the effect which is happening if we hear from such souls, not from anyone. We need to hear from such souls who have this experience. That's why we are sitting here and waiting for the moment till Gurudev is giving us some mercy, taking that drop in our mouth and slip it up and hope to get more. So Srila Anandadas Babaji is writing here, a person who is bereft of the treasure of bhajan cannot even imagine how these severe feelings of separation are. So this is a wonderful description of my position. I don't understand, I have no idea what kind of feelings Srila Raghunatha Goswami has. And that's why I'm here and asking for some drops. Could someone give me some little drops or fragments of a drop to get some taste of that, please? A person who is bereft of the treasure of bhajan cannot even imagine, how these severe feelings of separation are. We may think, yes, separation, I miss someone, yeah, but anyway, I will see him later. What's the problem? We may have some conceptions from this material world if we hear that, but it's not like that. It is wonderfully described from such souls like Anandadas Babaji. Gurudev described it also very nicely, and other great souls, so that we may get at least some imagination how it could be, or at least get some idea that we want one day to understand it. One day we want to feel it also. At least a little bit. Or let me at least get the wish that one day I will get a fragment of a drop of that imagination. Wherever we start, at least we should have this wish, because this is actually, we came yesterday also to that point. With that wish that we want to have some experience, everything starts up. Loba. It is that strong wish that we want to experience that. Srila Raghunatha Goswami was suffering because he felt deprived of the devotional service of his beloved deity. So now we can understand by this description here, he got it already somehow. Otherwise, how he can feel that he's deprived? He must have had it, isn't it? At least some idea of it, some impression. Yes, in his Siddhadeha, he had direct seva. But then he had to come back. And if you had something and you lose it, then usually something happens. Even here in this realm, we had something, but now we lost it. Usually then we understand that it meant something to us. First we take it for granted, but then in that moment when we lose it, we feel separation, we feel we miss something, and we get more appreciation.
Dear brother, this morning we were talking about a very wonderful point, like you ask, how can we get drops of this mercy? This is a question many people ask and many people want to know. So this morning in Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Baba was giving a very beautiful point from Srila Bala Vidyabhushan Maharaj. So he said that there are two kinds of devotees. One kind is Svanishta and one kind is Ekanti. So this was, I think, in verse 77, something like that, 77, 78 of Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. And he very nicely explained the point that, Baba explained the point that Svanishta means, and he said this, and we are all saying this with all due respect to all the practitioners, but Svanishta devotees, that have been us, singing bhajans to all different kind of gods. you know, to Sitaram, to Lakshmi Narayan, to Narasinghadev, to everyone. You know, so this is very nice. This is very good. He said all glories to those people. And of course, no offense, this is very beautiful. But the moment you feel the awakening of this Manjari Bhav, this hankering to follow the footsteps of the Manjaris and Braja, we are in the category of the next league of devotees. And Baladev Vidyabhushan, he said, those are called Ekanti, with Sthai Bhav fixed. And he says very beautifully, those are devotees. And two times he uses the word specific. Those are devotees with a specific relationship to a specific form of Godhead. So this is actually us. This is what we want to become. Like Gurudev is saying all the time, we have to fix our Sthai Bhav. And like I explained, Srila Jiva Goswami in Bhakti Sandarbha, he explained that once you get the Kam Gayatri and the Gopal mantra, your individual relationship to a specific form of God or goddess, in our case, is there. So we have to clear our minds from all that Svanishta, and we have to turn that love we feel into one-pointedness, Ekanti. And then he said, next verse, Baladev Vidyabhushan, from both camps, the Ekanti devotee is the better one, because he will remain fixed and he will attain swiftly the goal. So I like this example very much. This is the only way that we can rest assured that the mercy is being showered upon us when we always remain in Ekanti. Eka means ek minute, you know, one-pointedness. We have to have a one-pointed path, giving respect to everyone. This is without saying outwardly, but inwardly we are only seeing and singing and hearing about the lotus feet of Swamini. So I found this very inspiring, so I wanted to share here. This is a cool definition and a very hopeful definition that actually, when he says that they are the best, he's actually giving also Palashuti. He's giving us benediction that when we chose the second path, success then is granted. So let us all pray that we all together can attain this category of devotees, Ekanti, specific relationship, Manjari with a specific form of God, Radhika.
Thank you so much, Tarun.
Ananda Vasudev also would like to share.
Yes, please.
Radhe, Radhe, yeah. Nice to see you, Gauravani, and to hear you most. When we relish your sharing very much here, but we have very bad connection, internet connection. And
sit in the front of camera, not hiding. Come to the front chair,
Radhe, Radhe.
please.
Yeah, here I am.
Anta, sit in the yeah.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Good.
We relish your sharing very much here, but we have very bad connection, and when we lose this internet connection, we are so frustrated, and we just wait when will again come this connection. So in this way, we are very much want to get this connection again and again. So just please continue, and we have you have our all support for this. Radhe, Radhe.
Thank you very much. This is like, it's just showing my connection. It's very bad. I'm losing connection anytime. And then by your mercy, because you are praying for me, connection will come a little bit. And then because of my bad consciousness, again it breaks. So please forgive me. I will try to become better in that way in all ways by your mercy. So thank you very much for being part of this and exchange. And we always when when I remember that actually I am from this spiritual sky, then I also remember that there's humor anytime there, isn't it? We have a very friendly and humorous connection. Not only to us here, also to our Swamini. It's very wonderful. So I like to have this, how you say, very light, leicht? Yeah, this relationship with this mood actually. So not too heavy, not in this God consciousness. Like Tarun Baba was just speaking about this, you know, when we actually serve all gods, all kind of gods, then this is actually always in this Aishwarya bhav. So the bhav, Aishwarya bhav, is always heavy, isn't it? It's always heavy because you have fear, you need to follow rules, regulations and all this, you know. So it's not so easy to digest. At least I have this experience from my side. So it's very, very needed that we actually fix like a laser pointer on Swamini's lotus feet, because there is everything we need, everything. And who can say that someone is a devotee if he is a devotee from all kind of gods? Someone who is a devotee of everyone is not a devotee, I heard. From some people on the spiritual path, I don't remember actually, but I heard very often in ISKCON, someone who is serving everyone is not a devotee of anyone. So it's needed that we fix our bhav. If you don't know whom you want to love, how you want to have love and serve that person, yes, Tarun, please.
No, all good. I was just remembering, like you said, only a fool can be the servant of many masters. There is also the material slogan saying only a fool is the servant of many masters. So nothing will come out at the end. And in the same purport, Baba this morning was saying that Aishwarya Bhav is a very big impediment for the way in Raganuga Bhakti. So he said, those devotees who receive the drop of mercy in the path of Raganuga Bhakti, they will not be easily swooned away by Aishwarya Bhav. So we should always keep that in our heart, that, you know, this little drops we receive from Gurudev, from Baba. So this is very, very, very much to be a treasure in our heart, that we are not allured by all kinds of different bhavs. So this Ekanti bhav is the most important thing, and Baba will come to that point in the purport anyway later on. Jai Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. Thank you so much. So Srila Raghunatha Goswami was suffering because of that. His heart was wounded by the fire of separation from Srila Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. Krishna Bhakta Virahavina Dukkha Nahi Ara Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is no other misery in the world than separation from the devotees of Krishna. And this actually, for me, it also points in this direction. Who is a devotee of Krishna? Who has a specific relationship Otherwise, he cannot be devoted. Then he is some servant of some kind of God or some aspects of God, but he's not a devotee. A devotee means I give myself to what? To what can give? I cannot give myself to anything spread out like Brahman. This is actually unpersonal. And I have this feeling that Prabhupada was talking about unpersonalism so often because, of course, he was aware that we actually usually are unpersonal. Also in that way, even in God consciousness, we are unpersonal. At least I can say that I am completely unpersonal. Since I met Gurudev, I understand slowly. I'm very slow. But slowly I understand. It's not the fault of Gurudev that I understand slow, but slowly I understand that I'm very unpersonal. And if I'm unpersonal, how I want to fix my bath? If I not fix my bath, how I will grow? If I don't know where to put my feelings, how my feelings can grow? Like you have water and you want to fill it somewhere. If you don't fill it in some bottle, it will be spread everywhere. And you will never fill up the bottle, isn't it? So this is the mercy of Gurudev and the great souls, that they are giving us this very central points. Like you have to fix your whole identity on one point. Invest all your feelings only in one point. And how often Gurudev is saying, Guru is not the goal. So what he wants to say, don't fix all your feelings on me. Fix it on Radharani. I just want to help you to come there. I'm not the goal. I want to show you the goal. Fix your feelings on Radha, like me. So this is mercy, and this is also very great humbleness, actually. Because anyone in this position could say, yes, fix your feelings on me. That's good for me. And I know some persons, but they will never have a success. So Gurudev is humble and saying us, I'm not the goal, so here's the goal, please go. And this is actually what love is doing. A loving mother is taking the child by the hand and showing the way to the goal, wherever the child wants to go. Go this way. Oh, be aware. Yes, now you go there. Yeah.
Radhe Radhe Gauravani.
Radhe Radhe Dayanidhi.
And all assembled Vaishnavas. So nice to see you. You just inspired to me to feel something when you said the personal answer. Actually, this ekantic bhav, what Tarun Govinda said, is actually answer, to give answer, our answer to do bhav of the saintly persons. And this is it is the changing our position from this many gods to one. And when you said before, no, that actually this feeling which come from the anguish of from the lamentation of the saintly person, in this case Raghunatha, Goswami, is come from other experience, from their experience, which we don't have. And this feeling which come from their experience actually call us. And when we answer all that, this is this moment when we become we start to become ekanti bhav and fixed to our Thai vow. And in particular, here we are answering to the call of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We answer to the crying of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We answer on his tears. This river is coming from tears, and become more and more bigger by tears of the others acharya, and it become more and more, and in this age it's become so big that by force it wants to bring us inside. So just to meditate upon that is giving so much wondering and answering. And also when you said in the beginning, when this verse which started by my dear friend Kusumanjali, this also remind me how nice is this Sangha, Sajati and Snigdha Sangha. And that by feeling this Sangha here, it's called me also to go there where we are all the time in the association like that. And it's just wonderful. Meditate on that and thank you for your hints on this meditation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dayanidhi.
Very, very beautiful. Also, Gauravani, I just remembered from our old days when we were learning the shlokas. So there is one beautiful verse in the Bhagavad Gita. I think, help me if I do it wrong, I think the intelligence, the mind of the intelligent is many branched and they cannot come to a conclusion. So we oftentimes read this verse that, the highly elevated jnanis and the highly educated and intelligent persons, their mind is many branched, meaning they are putting the energy in many, many different subjects. But finally and at the end, no goal is achieved. So even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying more than once, make ekanta bhav your goal. So fix your mind. Don't be many branched. Don't swing out to all that. And, we will get the mercy from everyone. Yes, we know. But like you said, to Gauravani, the mercy from the Lotus Feet of Swamini is more than enough.
Yes, thank you so much. And Krishna himself is giving also this example, isn't it? He is actually praising the gopis. They are very simple. They just love me, that's it. And this is actually also our position. If we just love Radharani, by hearing about her, when we read already now Radha Sudhanidhi in connection with Chaitanya Charitamrita, and this actually helped me a lot to better understand the love of Swamini. I mean, of course, to feel it, to somehow get a connection with it. I don't mean understand here in the brain, but in the heart.
Radhe Gauravani.
Radhe Radhe Sunidhi. Merciful
Happy Eastern.
Sunidhi,
Happy
please.
Eastern.
I think these days I really was feeling that to love someone who loves Radharani will bring me to love her, because I cannot, it's not like something theoretically, but I love to hear from Rupa Goswami, from Sanatan Goswami. I love to hear from my Gurudev. I love to hear from Raghunatha Das Goswami. I love to hear from all those Vaishnavas whom I'm meeting now, who I have a relationship with them. And their love is actually creating some love in my heart. That is what I feel, and that brings me closer. That Srimati Radhika will help me to increase my love, because actually I feel I cannot even increase my love by my own will. I have a desire, but actually the love comes from those who love already. That I just wanted to add. That's what I feel.
Thank you so much. Such an important point, actually. We were a little bit discussing about this, but it comes again to this point, and actually in this sense, this is meant here. There's no other misery in the world than separation from the devotees. Here is written of Krishna. This is like giving the whole ragas, but in our point, it's the devotees of Radha. There's no misery, but this is the misery. And actually, this is true. If we do not have the chance to come together and exchange like we are doing now, where would we be? I know I would be lost. Without you, without your association. That's true. So this is really misery. And of course we need, like Dayanidhi said, we need to have association with devotees of the same mood. Not just any devotee of any god. Then we cannot stay fixed in our path. So we need to have association with like-minded people. Huh?
That's true, my dear. So I would also say about something about my Jesus. You know, we have Eastern time, so I will not miss this. And because Gurudev, he makes some connection and clear the position for me with Jesus. And so, how you say, explain, it's necessary to understand my own position and the position of to whom I have a relationship in the spiritual world. And this is actually the key point. There are many relationships possible. For example, Jesus has a relation to the Lord as his Father. And this is a relation in love. And he is giving this example because he has experienced this. And our Gurudev has a relationship to Radhika. And he is speaking about this because he is in this relation. And so, we are following. First, I follow Jesus. And I like this very much when Gurudev explained. But actually, I was on the point of like a devotee to Jesus. But this is a general thing. And there was always this institution and the priest in between. But now, there is a possibility we learn from our Gurudev and from Raghunatha, Das Goswami, from all our Rupa Goswami, from all this, we can enter this direct relationship to our Ishta Devi. This is we got from Gurudev, that there is two things to fix, who I am, and who is my Ishtadev. And now it changed from a general devotee point to a fixed, one-pointed Manjari Bhav in relationship to our Radhika. But it's still in love, because this relationships to the spiritual world are all only exist in love. And what is the beauty in Manjari Bhav? There is so many feelings. This is the most intense relationship we can get. And this is a special, I still cannot believe that we can get it for free. And it's amazing. And especially on Easter, I can feel my Jesus so much when he developed a spiritual body in these 3 days after he was crucified and brought in a grave. Grave is richtig. And then he manifests in that 3 days a new body. And today is the Monday. There is described in the Bible that they have a walk. 2 of his disciples walked to Emmaus. That is a small village there somewhere. And they could not recognize him by his body because he looks different. But when they speak together, then suddenly they recognize, oh, this is our Jesus, this is our Master. But he is in a different body. He is strahlend, was heißt das?
Beaming, shining.
Shining. And he looks different. But by speaking and because they have a relation, they could recognize him as that what he was. And so he was amazing that he developed a spiritual body. And this is today, this was this walk to Emmaus, when 2 days after he created this body, they could see him. And he also appeared when other disciples of him meet secretly, hidingly somewhere in closed rooms, because there was also in danger by the Romans. And then he appeared and disappeared in these closed rooms with a spiritual body. And nobody knows about this at these times. But now, when we listen our Raghunatha and others, we know, wow, there is another body possible. The soul will get a spiritual body. And this is, now we can understand what is the meaning of this body of Jesus after he was crucified. And it comes so crystal clear. And also we are able to get this spiritual body. If we follow the footsteps of this, we also get a spiritual body as a Manjari. It's amazing, but it will happen. And as more and deeper we get in this, we will realize it. And how Gurudev called out with loud voice, Ram Nam Satya Hai. It's the only thing what is left after we have to leave this body, all this world. There is the holy name. Or we can say our relationship we develop to the spiritual world. And this is our Manjari Bhav and our Swamini that will stay even if we give up everything in this world. No matter will stay with us, even no knowledge. We will forget our language. We will forget our parents. We will forget our children. Everything will lose. Finish. But one thing will stay forever. This is our relationship we develop now with our Swamini. And this is the beauty of our school, our mat. We are following this. And this is really amazing that we can get it. And I'm so merciful today on Easter Monday that these things happen and we can realize it. And I'm also very happy that Gurudev is again with us, so that he is
Bless.
His health is slowly getting better. Jai Gurudev, Dhanavad to all. Radhe.
Thank you so much. I must admit that through the mercy of Gurudev, I first time in my life I understood who Jesus is actually, and what was his mission, or is still his mission, we can say. And I realized that as long as we think that we have some mother and father which are from this realm, as long we think like this, we identify with the body. But if we start to understand what Jesus was giving us, he said, my Father, and as I heard from others who are more into Christian than I, they said he didn't only said Father, he also said Mother and Father. So actually God is Mother and Father. So then I understood, yes, my mother is Radharani, my father is Krishna. This is the base. It's a base, it's tattva, it's not ras. You know, I don't want to have this rasa with Radharani as mother. No one would actually talk like that in this tradition. We know. But it's tattva. Actually, when I understand that I am the child of Radharani and Krishna, I belong to them, then this feeling starts, I belong to them. I'm from that family. They belong to me and I belong to them. It's so natural that a child actually is going to the mother. Isn't it? Small children always go to the mother. Like Gurudev is explaining us so nicely, so many times. He was giving us examples. Like babies always cry for the mother. So with this actually, it starts. Like Gaurasundar was actually nicely explaining it to us now. So Jesus was giving us the base of raga. Because he was in a relationship. It's a raga. It's basic, yes. But we all actually should, first of all, accept that. Because then it's clear that I can now go into rasa on that base. Otherwise, it's not possible. If I don't have any relationship to a person, how I want to go in rasa? So my experience is that now I changed. When somebody asking me, who's your mother? I know I have the best mother ever. I cannot describe her qualities actually. It would take millions of years and I would not be finished. My father is the best father. He is such a wonderful father. I cannot describe, I'm sorry. It would need millenniums. But anyway, I know on that base now I want to jump from the table into the arms of my beloved mother. And she will always take care of me. And if on this base of deep faith, we can actually go into rasa. Otherwise, something is missing. So this is what actually was my experience when I heard what was the message of Jesus. And I think it's a very basic point, like Gaurasundara said. It's very basic, but it's Very needed, actually. So, if we do not have association like this now with devotees, then this is the misery, the only misery existing. And this is actually the verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita quoted by Srila Anandadas Babaji here. And he is quoting it. Why? Because Srila Raghunatha Goswami is suffering because he lost the association of Rupa Goswami and Swarup Damodar, for example. And here it is written in the 8th verse of his Svaniyam Dashakam, Srila Raghunatha Goswami gives some indication of this. He's saying, abandoned by my beloveds, Srila Rupa Goswami and Sri Swarup Damodar, I have become completely blind and bereft of intelligence. This is a wonderful, humble statement. Without the association of Rupa Goswami and Swarup Damodar, I have become completely blind and bereft of intelligence. So their intelligence, their mercy is my intelligence. Their association is actually my base to have relationship, to have some love. Without their mercy, I'm nothing. Even though they have disappeared, I am still alive. And I am immersed in an ocean of great misery. Holding a blade of grass between my teeth, I humbly and anxiously pray that Sri Gandharva, Radha, herself may now take me to her lotus feet. So my only chance now, because I'm bereft of this association, my only chance now is that Radharani herself is taking me to her lotus feet. There's no other place where the severe heartache of separation can be cured than these lotus feet. Gradually, Srila Raghunatha Goswami ended up in a terrible condition. Sri Radha Vallabhadas, a Bengali Mahatma, has described Srila Das Goswami's condition as follows. Radha Krishna Viyoge Chadilo Sakala Boge Sukha Rukka Anamatra Sara Gaurangera Viyoge Anachati Dilo Age Pala Gavya Korilo Ahara. Srila Raghunatha Goswami had given up all sense enjoyment out of separation from Radha and Krishna, and ate only dry, tasteless food. Then, out of separation from Lord Gauranga, he gave up eating that solid food and ate only fruits and milk. Sanatanera adarshane tahachati sedine kevala koreya jalapana rupera vijetayabe jala jadi dilotabe Radha Krishna boli rakhe prana. Then When Sanatana Goswami left this world, he gave that up also and drank only water. When Rupa Goswami also left him, he even gave up drinking water and kept himself alive simply by saying the names of Radha and Krishna. Shri Rupera Adarshane na dekita haragane virahe vyakula loyakande Krishna kata alapana na shuniya shravana uchasvare dake artanade. When he could not see Rupa Goswami and his devotees anymore, he began to cry, suffering from their separation. And when he could not hear them speaking about Krishna anymore, he loudly began to cry of grief. Ha ha Radha Krishna Kota, Kota Vishaka Lalita, Kripa Kori Deho Darashan. Ha Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ha Swarupa Mora Prabhu, Ha ha Prabhu Rupa Sanatana. Kande Koshaira Tridine Puti Jaitanu Mone, Kshane Anga Dulaya Dushora. Chakshu Anda Anahara Apanara Dehabhara Virahe Hoilo Jara Jara. O Radha Krishna, where are you? Where are you, Vishaka and Lalita? Please reveal yourself to me. O Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, O my Lord, Swarup Damoda, O Lords Rupa and Sanatan, day and night, Srila Raghunatha Goswami was crying like this, while his body and mind were burning, and his limbs were grayed by dust as he rolled around on the ground. He had become blind from fasting, and he considered his old and worn-out body to be a great burden.
That's Radhe Radhe. So that sounds so very gruely to us when you read this. But we know how he is diving in an ocean of rasa, because when we read Radharas Sudanidhi or Vilapa Kusumanjali in this case, we know that these souls are on the spiritual path. And now he is lamenting because his associates are leaving, especially Gurudev and others. So he stopped eating. And even before, he was not so much enjoying eating and drinking, right? When he was sitting on Radhakund, that was not so much pleasure giving to him. And he didn't care so much about his material body, because he was in ecstasy. The main time he was in Vrindavan, he was still in ecstasy because he was in his spiritual body. He was serving Radhika together with his guru. And now his guru is leaving this material world and others, so the interest is even less than before. If you have this higher taste, what is the meaning of eating and drinking? If you get nectar, rasa, you drink every day rasa and drink nectar. In this spiritual body, you are the biggest enjoyer. That means your spiritual senses are fully enjoyed. You are an ecstasy. So there is no need for this material body. It's only a burden. What you say, Gauravani, no? It's only a burden to him to stay in this body. It's like a prison. And even we, if we get a glimpse of this, that we are waiting for so much, that some small glimpse is coming from the spiritual world, that we get a, wow, yes, at least the higher taste, so need to say. Then the interest for this material body will become zero. There is no feeling, no nothing. Rasa is only tasting in the spiritual body. And this is what we are desiring, like he. So I would say that this is actually exactly what I'm also desiring. This no more meaning of this material. This is what we're looking for. And even if we are staying here, we have to stay here, but our desire is completely gone. We have no desire to stay here. We are not identified with anything in this world. Everything we're doing, we do as a seva, but we are not attached to this. And we are really in this spiritual abode and diving in the ocean of rasa together with our Gurudev. Then, okay, finish. No need to eat so much, no need to drink so much. But we are enjoying. How Gurudev said, Govardhan. Right, Gurudev? Govardhan.
And you touched a very interesting point. I always consider that, because in the past we thought different. Actually, you pointed out that we have to actually just concentrate on the spiritual taste, and then we will automatically lose the material taste. That's the point. We don't have to fix on the point that we want to lose something.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is a very important point, actually.
Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference to suffer from the tapasya, or to lose the interest in this. This is a big point, really. I also get it like this.
Because, like you said, he is not really suffering. He is enjoying a spiritual taste, and on the material platform it seems like he's suffering. But actually, he's not interested at all
That's
in
it.
any material thing, because he has the highest taste in this moment. And this means not suffering, this means enjoying on another platform, but not enjoying for his senses. He is enjoying the enjoyment of Radha,
Wow.
the enjoyment of Radharani to serve Krishna. So completely selfless. And that's why, because it is so selfless, it is the highest possible taste. The more selfless, the higher. Because we know the highest taste doesn't have Krishna, because he has to enjoy. He is the enjoyer, the only real enjoyer. But Radharani has much more taste in him because she is selflessly serving that enjoyer. And that's why Krishna wants to have this position of Radharani. And that's why he wants to have the position of a Kinkari. That he wants to taste that highest taste.
Jai ho!
Yes. So this is, we like to become enjoyer, not tapasvis. We don't like tapasya.
Sevaras is our
Sevaras, we like to enjoy. Right, Gurudev? Is it true or not?
He's in Samadhi.
Oh my God. So, this is the point of view. If we look from the material eyes, our Raghunath is suffering so much, right? Oh my God, he's not drinking, he's not eating. But if we look from the Manjari view, we understand, my God, he is enjoying, he is in his Sevaras. He is together with his Upa Manjari. He is together with his Vamani. There is no meaning of this body. Why to feed this dead body? And then we understand, oh my God, it's completely upside down. If we read it with the eyes of a Manjari, it's complete different as if we read it from the eyes of a material body. Suffering and enjoyment, same time, but big meaning in between.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
I don't mean to dampen all that wonderful and beautiful enthusiasm, but one thing I want to mention, which should be kept in mind, that the position of Raghunatha Goswami's ecstasy is relishing Madanakya Mahabhav. So we are talking actually way beyond at least my little position. So I understand that, of course, at one point the material body will play no role in our life. Okay, but I have to speak very honestly right now, and in the due course of time, I think, look, like Gurudev said, we should always take care also of the body. So if we don't take care of our body, we cannot practice bhakti, and then even we cannot enjoy seva rasa. So I just wanted to, I don't want to be a joy killer, but we should all put these things in perspective, that what he is relishing is Madanakya Mahabhav. Of course, he can sustain without drinking, without food, at 50 degrees in the sun. But, you know, we have to be also authentic and very realistic in our daily life. This cannot be done artificially. We did it. Gauravani, Suniti, we all did it. We all rejected everything and we thought, yes, let's go for that. So I am totally with you that tapasya is not the way, but I think still a quite some realistic and authentic way of seeing ourselves is very important, and taking care of our body in a good way. Otherwise, I praise you, Gorasundra, but I cannot speak for myself like that I don't care much anymore about my body. I am too much entangled in it. But being here in Vrindavan and being in your association will surely help me to come out of that. So sorry, I didn't want to damp.
No.
Radhe, Radhe.
You also come to this point, I'm sure. No. No.
He's just joking.
I'm joking.
This is a blessing. I take it as a blessing.
I really spoke about Raghunatha and his point of view and his position. I not speak about me, myself. I also have to take care and drink and eat because I have attachment of drinking and eating and enjoying here in this material body because I'm still attached to this. But Raghunatha, if we read about him, we can see it like this, that his point of view is like this. So there is nothing to take care in this material world. And if we come one day, maybe on this point of Madanakya Mahabhav, what you explained, then we are in the same position. There is no more meaning of drinking, eating. What more we can get in this world? You're right. We will never get more anything in this world than the Manjari Bhav and the body of a Manjari. There is nothing more to get. There is no more house, no more position, no more chair. There is nothing more. This is meaningless. This world becomes finished, empty. There is emptiness. I don't like to stay here. But now, for sure, what you say, we have to eat and drink to take care of this body, to develop until we are there, like Raghunatha was, or is. He is still there. He is still in this position. Will never lose this position. And so we are very hopeful, and I will say that it's so far, because we are so close to Mahaprabhu. We are very, very close. It's only a few years ago. And our Gurudev is giving so much blessing, and we will get it. Why not? It's coming. Jai Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. I see two aspects of love from Radha you actually mentioned now. One aspect is the love of Radha, who's showing actually the goal. This is the goal, my child. And the other aspect is also motherly love from Radha towards us, like Tarun Baba is saying, yes, but you have to also see how to get there and where you are now. Two aspects which are very important. First of all, we need to be inspired. Why we are actually walking, where we are walking. Why we have to move and where we want to move. And then we have to see how to move, of course. But I think in the end it all comes down to the point that we are nothing without the mercy of Radha, without the mercy of Gurudev, without the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without the mercy of Nitai. We are nothing. And I think for myself, actually I do not even think, am I close? Am I far away? I don't think like this. The only thing I want to see is, am I connected with Radharani's mercy? And how to get more. And the rest is anyway up to her mercy. So I just want to stay connected. But I think these are all aspects of the love of our Radha. Different kind of aspects. So they are all important. And so I thank you really both. You are inspiring us so much with that points. So thank you. I think our love can grow if everyone is actually sharing his feelings like Gurudev wants us. And I think Gurudev has a good vision why he wants us to share like this. He has a good reason. So that we can see that there are more aspects than we personally, individually see. Other individuals see other aspects of her love. So by exchanging these different visions, we get more impressions and a more broad vision of Radharani's love. Because Radharani's love is it's endless. Even Krishna cannot understand what to speak of us. So thank you so much for giving me a more broad vision of the love of Radha. So I think we can stop here for today. Although I would like to never stop to be with you and to be in this exchange. So hope to see you soon and go forward in this nectar. And thank you, Gurudev, that you were here and giving us your darshan also. And thank you all that you were here and giving me the darshan also from your wonderful spiritual bodies. So see you soon. Radhe Radhe.